Tissue processing is extremely important because it prepares a biopsied tissue to be studied under a microscope. It is passed through a series of steps collectively referred to as tissue processing. The patient is first examined by the clinician. In case of any growth, persistent ulcer or suspicious looking lesion in the oral mucosa, the clinician or an oral surgeon performs the biopsy. After biopsy, the tissue is removed. The biopsied tissue specimen is now sent to the Department of Oral Pathology for histopathological examination. The tissue sample along with the requisition form is received by the oral pathologist in the histopathology lab. The specimen should be correctly labeled and immersed in 10% neutral buffered formalin, which is a fixative. Fixation is done overnight to preserve the tissue in a lifelike state. Following this, the tissue is grossed or cut into smaller bits. Once the tissue has been fixed, it must be processed into a form in which it can be made into thin microscopic sections. The tissue is placed under running tap water for about 10 minutes to remove formalin. The basic principle of tissue processing is to embed the tissue into an embedding medium to give it support during its sectioning. Paraffin wax is commonly used for this. Thus, the cassetted tissue will now be passed through these series of reagents to allow gradual infiltration of paraffin into the tissues. First, the formalin is replaced by water, then alcohol, xylene, and finally paraffin. The removal of water from the tissues is the next step. It is known as dehydration. In order to achieve this, the cassetted tissue is passed through increasing grade of alcohol from 50% to absolute for about 30 minutes in each bottle. Now, the tissue is replaced with alcohol. But paraffin wax is not soluble in alcohol after the dehydration process. Hence, the tissue is exposed to xylene, which is miscible with both alcohol as well as paraffin wax. This process is known as clearing. The next step is called impregnation, where xylene is replaced with paraffin wax. Since paraffin wax and xylene are miscible, the clear tissue is now immersed in containers of molten wax for about half an hour each. The next step is blocking the specimen in solid wax. An L-shaped metal mold is filled with molten paraffin wax. The tissue is removed from the cassette and oriented correctly in the metal mold, which has now been filled with paraffin wax. The wax solidifies and the paraffin wax with the specimen is removed from the metal mold. The wax block is then heated using a Bunsen burner and fixed on a metal block to give support during section cutting. The tissue sample is now ready for the next step called section cutting. This is a rotatory microtome which is used to cut thin sections from the tissue specimen. The tissue blocks are clamped into the moving arm of the microtome. The tissue block is cut to 4 micron thickness with the microtome knife. After few cuts, the section forms a continuous ribbon. During sectioning, the tissue sections may be slightly wrinkled, but most folds can be removed by floating the ribbons on warm water bath. A glass slide is then coated with egg albumin and the tissue sections are then transferred onto the glass slide from the warm water bath. They are placed on a slide warmer for 15 minutes and dried. When kept on slide warmer, albumin on the glass slide coagulates and fixes the tissue section to the glass slide. This is followed by staining of the section, as it is difficult to recognize the various components of a tissue without staining. The wax within the tissue sections is again dissolved away by the clearing agent. Hematoxylin and eosin are the routinely used stain for histological section. They impart color and aid in better visualization of the tissue sections. Hematoxylin mainly stains the nuclei to blue, while eosin stains the cytoplasm and the other intercellular components with pink color. After staining, the glass slide is covered with glass cover slip to protect the stained tissue section. The glass cover slip is stuck onto the glass slide by a mounting media. Most commonly used one is DPX. In order to use the DPX mountant, the tissue section is again dehydrated by immersing in the ascending grades of alcohol and then in xylene. DPX drop is placed on the cover slip and the stained slide is then lowered onto it. The DPX will harden after the slide is placed in a 40-degree oven overnight. The stained slide is now ready to be viewed under microscope. The stained slide is now carefully viewed by an oral pathologist under various magnifications of a light microscope, and the final diagnosis is given. To suffice, Biopsy is the gold standard for histopathological diagnosis, and oral pathologists are extremely important to make an accurate diagnosis and thus help the clinicians to better design the treatment protocol for patient care.